get a little chippy. Everyone jostling for that NBA Cup. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Miles Bridges.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
And the starting group for Chicago. Giddey is the 1, with White by his side at the 2. Kevin Huerter out there with Buzelis. And it's Vucevic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Charlotte, Ball is joined in the backcourt by Knippel. Miller at the 3 with Bridges at the 4. And it's Plumlee in at the 5 spot. Taking a look at Charlotte, they haven't won a game yet in the NBA Cup. 0-3 record, with tonight being their last Cup game.
And I'll tell you guys, they have to get that 0-3 Cup record out of their minds. Just focus on the regular season from here.
And let's see how things are shaken out for Chicago as well. They're sitting at 1-2 in their group in the NBA Cup. So even with a win on the road tonight, their tournament's likely over.
That's not going to impact their effort level tonight, though. You want to win every regular season game, whether it counts toward the NBA Cup or not.
Giddey against Ball. Miller outside. Blocked! They retain possession, and the three-pointer goes. Here's White. Outside Huerter. Takes a 3. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. And here's Ball. Pass to Miller, and Josh Giddey is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Not exactly how you want to dive into the game. Picks up his first foul right off the bat.
And a second look at that rejection, taking no prisoners on defense there.
And that kind of rejection early on energizes your squad. The coaching staff just loves this kind of hustle.
And we're about a minute into the first. And the basket by Bridges.
You know, since entering the league, Bridges has really worked tirelessly on his game, especially the three-point shot, and you see the results of that labor.
And it's Giddey with the ball for the Bulls. 6-point game. To the wing, right side. Stolen by Bridges. Fast break. Here come the Hornets. And Miller the bucket on the assist from Bridges.
Woo! This energy is unmatched.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
They're having very little success right now.
And they really could take a different approach, right? Find something that works.
Here's Vucevic. It's deflected. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Plumlee. Almost 2 minutes into the first here. Here's White. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. The motor of Kobe White. Grant seems to be ready to run the entire game and then some.
Oh, totally, B.A. For someone who is quick and can jump and has a strong handle, he's got plenty of stamina. And as a guard, you trust Kobe will make those effort plays.
The first free throw is good. And one unfortunate distinction for the Hornets. Clark, the only NBA team to never win their division.
And to add to that, the second lowest number of playoff appearances after the Pelicans. And, you know, B.A., with no immediate postseason prospects, Charlotte fans have to understand this is going to be a process that takes some time.
Good on both. Well, the Bulls traded away DeRozan, Levine, Caruso. But Grant, despite all that, they finished with an identical record last season.
They did. I mean, they finished the season strong, 17-10 after the All-Star break. Their young backcourt of Giddey and White showing some real promise.
Here's Knipple, 15 in his last outing, and that one's good.
Yeah, I like that Knipple found a soft spot there. The mid-range could be a weapon for him.
Giddey passes to Vucevic.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Chicago shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
Vucevic taking 2 shots.
And that one falls for Vucevic. The Hornets are led by head coach Charles Lee, who was a 2-time champion as an assistant clerk.
Yeah, that's exactly right, B.A. He won a title as an assistant coach with the Bucks in 2021, then another as the top assistant for the Celtics in 2024, and that's exactly why Lee was brought to Charlotte, to establish and build a winning culture. And, you know, very quietly, Vucevic puts up phenomenal numbers consistently, a nightly double-double threat who, you know, bullies opposing defenses on the regular.
Now here's Miller. In his last outing, he had 11 points. Just 5 on the clock. Plumlee goes up again, and it's blocked by Vucevic.
Get that weak stuff out of here. You can't come weak like that against Vucevic. He's going to send it back at you.
We got to see that one again. That block was all-out effort.
That'll put some fear into the shooters, and he made sure to do it early, too.
And the Hornets with possession here. 6-point lead. Plumlee a screen. And here's Knipple from the arc.
Oh, great effort. White all up in your grill on D.
Knipple, no good. Herder passes to Giddey. Shoots over ball. Here's Buzelis. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. Not there.
Slam dunk by Plumlee.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Here's Giddey. After the basket by Charlotte. Outside White. That shot off.
1 of 5 to start the game. They have to slow down and just play their brand of basketball.
All no good.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why.
Vucevic gets the bucket.
Comfortable operating near the basket. Vucevic has size plus touch. That's a nice recipe for scoring in multiple ways.
Hornets leading by 4. Here's Knipple. 5 points in the game. Screen by Bridges. Pass to ball. Puts up a 3. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
The defense must honor Ball's three-point shot. He's more than ready to snipe away if you give him the opportunity to do so.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Oh, Grant, this game is also the 4th game in group play of the NBA Cup tournament for both these teams. Hasn't been the easiest group for either of these squads.
Yeah, only 1 win between the teams out of 6 games played. I mean, that's rough, but there is still a glimmer of hope for one of them, and that's enough to give them that little extra push in this regular season meeting.
That's good from White.
And when you look at Kobe White's career numbers, he scored 15 as a rookie. I mean, he's always been a factor offensively.
And Charlotte making a change here. Sexton's checked in. And so he's able to get one of two. Well, Clark, what's something that sets Miles Bridges apart from his fellow NBA players?
How about we start with toughness? I mean, he's a physical presence out there. He loves a challenge, highly competitive. I like his physicality on the wing. I mean, he invites contact, and he's not shying away from anyone.
All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
No good on that one.
And an absolute brutal showing from the line so far.
And they need every point they can muster right now. They've got to cash in here.
He does not get the second one. And you look at Colin Sexton. Puts points on the board, Graham, and does it efficiently.
Well, B.A., unfortunately, he gives some of that back on the other end of the floor. But there's always a place in this league for guys who can fill it up.
Now here's Herder. No made baskets yet. Fires for three. The shot that time not on target. Hornets leading by 6. The three from Sexton. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Outstanding long-range shooting here early. They already have hit multiple shots from downtown.
Bring music, scorching those nets. How long can they keep this up, though?
And it's Giddey with the ball for the Bulls. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Hornets team.
They'll be looking to impose their will against this team, something they couldn't achieve last season.
And they know they're the better team and out to prove as much tonight. They split the season series a year ago, but they want to change that up now.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Plumlee. 9 points in his last outing. Bridges passes to Ball. Shot clock at 6. Plumlee, a screen on Giddey. Pass to Miller. Here's the three. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen. And over the last 10 games, these are the league's best rebounding squads. Number 5, the Bulls.
And over the last 10 games, this team has brought it to the glass. Everyone is getting involved and trying to help one another secure boards.
And Ball with the basket on the assist by Sexton. Ball's got 5.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Now here's Herder. Yet to see a basket. Giddey. And it's blocked.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Here's Bridges doing some damage on the offensive end, putting up a little over 14 points a game. And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
Such great timing, defensive awareness, too. When you have to face a defender that can reject you like this, it certainly can change your approach.
Bulls trail by 11. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Many have predicted an all-star future for Brandon Miller. He said, I don't really read anything like that. I just focus on what I can do today. It's all about the work. That's the only way to get better. I just came in with the mindset of making my team better and being a winning player. Ryan, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Count it. He has 7.
Defensively, their effort hasn't been great early on.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here. They look to me to be a bit sluggish.
Now here's White. So versatile on offense, averaging around 23.5 points per contest.
Good shot, gone bad. You gotta finish there.
Miller on the wing. Inside. Vucevic with a steal. Herder against Miller. Herder passes to Giddey. Chicago passing it around. Out of bounds. Bulls ball. as Chicago keeps possession.
And overall, you like what they've done on the offensive glass, extending possessions. They're top 10 in second chance points.
And you love how they've controlled the glass at both ends. It takes a huge effort to out-rebound this club. Over to the left wing. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Vucevic. Over Plumlee.
And they've had a rough opening from the field.
But still early. I mean, they've just got to trust their offense and work to get stops.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. When it comes to this time of the season, Graham, what are teams most focused on?
Well, B.A., it's getting the defense in order. That's a priority. An offensive system can take some time to perfect, but a team has to sort out its defensive identity early.
Free throw good from Sexton. Smith, he's checked in for Nikola Vucevic. All right, both free throws good from Sexton. And Clark, the Defensive Player of the Year award tends to go to shot blockers, insinuating that bigs really have a greater impact on that end of the floor.
Well, you know, the counting stats favor big guys. I mean, when you think about block shots and defensive rebounds, clearly big guys would tend to corral numbers in those areas. But still being on that back line means they're involved in a lot of plays, and they've got to do more than just block shots and rebounds. So to answer the question, generally, I'd say yes.
Ball against Giddey. From the line. Here's Smith. Plumlee pulls down the board.
Already +5 in terms of rebound margin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far. He's a big reason why they're on top. I imagine they'll keep feeding him. I would.
And so here is Chicago. They trail by 14. They're moving on after the tough loss at the hands of the Pelicans.
Yeah, we know that on the road, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
And, you know, one of the things about missing free throws is not only are you not getting points yourself, but it allows the other team to maintain momentum or keep a rally going.
And timeout called by Charles Lee. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. He's checked in for Bridges. Then for Chicago, Okoro is checked in for Herder. And it's Dosunmu in for White. Hornets leading by 12. Now ball. 7 points in the game. Here's Peterson. Misses off the left iron.
The way they've gotten after rebounds has been impressive.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Now here's Giddey. 14 points for him last game against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
And he may have posed even more problems with his passing. They had to worry about him as a scorer and a distributor.
Sexton with it, guarded by Okoro. Sexton misses. Now here's Giddey. Pass to Smith, launches it. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey.
We've seen growing confidence from Smith behind the arc. I mean, he takes these pretty readily now.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Ball outside. Plumlee a screen on Giddey. Again the miss by the Hornets. And it's Giddey with the ball for Chicago. 9-point game. Smith right side. Here's Buzelis. Checked by Sexton. Outside Giddey. Let's go with a three. And he missed again. Now 1 of 5.
He's looking pretty unsettled at the moment. Doesn't seem like he has a great feel for his shot.
A 6'8" point guard, Josh Giddey's length gives him a massive advantage, Grant.
Oh, it does, B.A. He's too big for opposing ones to guard. It's tough putting a wing on him, and Giddey just makes you change your defensive game plan.
Miller can't get it to go. Bulls trail by 9. And it's Giddey off the drive. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. That one on ball.
He took off, and the D struggled to catch up with Giddey.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening.
You know, it's been a rougher year than he expected at the line, guys. I mean, he's seen the numbers dropping off for him this year.
The first one falls.
You can tell that Josh Giddey is one sharp player, not just in how he threads passes, but how he moves on the floor and gets around other guys.
Catching up on the changes for Charlotte. Diabate's checked in for Plumlee. Salon comes in for Miller. And it's Mann in for LaMelo Ball. Williams is checked in for Chicago. Both free throws good from Giddey. 1:07 left now in the first quarter. Hornets leading by 7. Outside Sexton. Pass to Diabate. Now Mann. 6 to shoot. Puts up a deep 3. Chicago with a rebound.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
It's his first trip to the line.
And guys, that's an increase in his free throw percentage from last year. Maybe not a large one, but it is a little bit higher, so you've got to like that progress.
First free throw is good. Chicago making a switch here. Jones is checked in. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Charlotte leading by 6. 27 seconds left in the first quarter here. Pass to Salon to get back on track. And he takes it up and lays it in.
I like the fact that Mann has worked on developing as a playmaker. That's encouraging. Terrific pass right there.
Outside Jones. It's tipped. And so it's Brandon Brandon Miller making highlights for Charlotte, hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen from the Hornets, what's your take so far?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
We've got Colin Sexton. He's out there with Trey Mann. And it's Peterson in at the 3. That's the Hornets 5.
One of his specialties on display there, a nifty lead pass.
Charlotte leading by 6. Man with it. Still without a bucket. Knocks it down from distance.
Well, I tell you, the confidence he's launching these threes with, very impressive for Trey Mann. He's effective from out there now.
Okoro on the wing from behind the arc. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Charlotte has gotten 6 of 10 three-pointers to drop. Pass to Sexton. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Peterson, no good.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Williams on the wing. This one for 3. First shot won't go. Charlotte's gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Got a hand on it.
There you see Smith's length playing to his advantage defensively.
And Clark, whether we're comparing players or voting for the annual awards, defense is a factor that is often undervalued.
Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly. I mean, we love to see people score in a variety of ways. We like to see that offensive skill set on display. But, you know, defensive stats are critically important, but not as easy to identify and count. But yet, and still, it's half the game, so you can't overlook it.
He's off on the first. And the second free throw is good. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Here we have the teams that really hustled for those second chance looks the last 10 games. Number 5, the Bulls.
This squad's been attacking the offensive glass with a ton of energy lately, and it's paid off with a nice pile of second chance points.
That's good from Smith.
A solid defender and rebounder. I'm really impressed with Smith's growth thus far.
Smith hits them both. Closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second. Pass to Salah. Here's Peterson. Oh, from deep. Salah, no good. Dosunmu outside. Over Sexton. Here's Williams. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. They've led by as many as 14. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Knicks.
They just weren't careful with the rock. The passing was loose. The ball handling was lackluster. That's not how you win in this league.
Well, you know, you got to take care of the basketball. Hopefully, they learn from that game and are better going forward.
Again, the miss by the Hornets.
That's 2 points they should have had. I'm sure he'd love to get that look again.
Jones, the pass to Smith. Diabate grabs the board.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second.
He is 0 for his last however many this quarter, guys. Might need to get him out and let him settle down a bit here.
Hornets leading by 5. Here's Peterson. To the middle. Here's Salon. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Salon, he's got his second basket.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
And so here is Chicago. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys.
Yeah, hoping to tap into something that'll get them clicking.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
Some changes for Charlotte. Miles Bridges checked in for Salon. Knipple comes in for Peterson. And LaMelo Ball is subbed in for Mann. Then for Chicago, Herter's checked in for Okoro. White comes in for DeSumo. And Giddey's subbed in for Jones. And here's Giddey. He's got 5. White looking it over. The kick out to Williams. Sinks the tray. Williams has got his first 3 points of the game.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
The shot by Diabate, no good. Bulls trail by 4. Takes a step back. Giddey passes to Smith. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey. Smith's got 7 points in the game.
Night in and night out, consistently, Smith makes a solid effort in there.
Charlotte has gotten 6 of 13 shots to go from outside the arc. Here's Ball. Rebound by the Bulls.
Poor defense for sure, but the offense was worse.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thank you. The Bulls are going younger. Coach Billy Donovan said we don't want to be just stuck in the middle. There's no question about that, but it's always about the integrity of competition. The building out part is identifying guys that are going to help us move forward. Guys?
Taking the long view. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. Here's Knipple. He's got 5.
And Knipple plays with a lot of toughness. I mean, he isn't afraid to get hit while he's trying to score.
Charlotte shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting this season, and rightfully so.
He makes a first.
If there's anybody that can come out of college and command leadership right away, it's Con Knipple.
Plumlee's checked in for Charlotte. And a change for the Bulls. Buzelis is checked in for Smith. And so he makes both from the line. And so it's White with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. Trailing by 4. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Indiana, where they'll face the Pacers. They're getting into the back half of a 4-game road trip. Here's Sexton. He's coming off a 10-point game against New York.
And not to be overlooked, his playmaking made a difference as well.
Now here's Sexton. Ball outside. Fires the 3. Here's Plumlee. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards. fighting hard for every miss.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
And one thing I love about White's game, he scores on all 3 levels. He is not afraid at all to go inside.
Here's Ball. 23 points for him last game against New York. Plumlee, a screen on Giddey. On the wing, Sexton. Plumlee, a screen. Sexton passes to Plumlee. It's good. Plumlee's got 6 points.
You know, Sexton can be just so clever with the ball, disrupting the defense to create for his team.
Bulls trail by 4. Now Giddey. He's got 5. Shot from the low block. And Chicago again with a bucket.
Got himself into really good position there. Can't pass that shot up, guys.
Charlotte has gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. Sexton passes to Ball. Plumlee, a screen on Giddey. The 3 from Ball. And they get it back. Here's Knipple. He's guarded by White. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Bridges misses. The Bulls have gotten 7 shots out of 14 attempts in the second quarter. Outside Giddey. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Yeah, Giddey keeping it simple there, taking what the defense gives him.
Here's Knipple. He's got 7. Ball outside. On the wing, Sexton. 5 to shoot. Pass to Plumlee. He connects. And now he's 4 for 6 in today's game.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. And the Hornets making a change here. Miller's checked in. And the Bulls also making a change. Vucevic, he's checked in for Williams. Here's Giddey. 9 points in the game. Pass to Buzelis. Now here's White. Here's Buzelis. The 3. Plumlee pulls down the board. Plumlee's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Now Bridges. Ball looks over the floor. The 3-pointer off the mark.
Well, if he can somehow get into a rhythm offensively, I think they could stretch this lead.
To the inside. And the power finish by Vucevic.
No higher percentage shot than that, guys. You love seeing Vucevic finish at the rim like that. Excellent aggressiveness there.
And for the Hornets, they're shooting around 29% in quarter number 2. Bridges, a screen on White. Ball outside. Looking to get back on track. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Herter going inside. The shot's good on the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got 5 assists tonight. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Bulls.
You have to give them credit for their defense here in the early stages. I mean, they've shown tremendous anticipation, on the same page as a unit defensively, especially on those block shots.
They're also managing to make lots of trouble for their opponent in transition. Right away, they're finding points on the break.
Now here's Ball. He has 7. 5 on the clock. Over Giddey. Ball with another miss.
He's having trouble getting anything to go right now.
Chicago leading. During his career, we've seen LaMelo Ball score from just about everywhere, Cole.
Yeah, you know, he's really a talented player. I mean, he can make it hard on any defense. He's always in motion, and he knows what to do when he catches the basketball. And he's unpredictable in how he goes about it. He's a hard cover for sure.
That one misses. So he comes up empty, missing both. Buzelis' shot is good.
Looks like they're going to keep pounding it inside for as long as they can.
Hornets trail by 4. Here's Knipple. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. Takes the 3. Chicago with a rebound. Giddey's got 4 rebounds in the game. Down low. And it's Vucevic. That time on the assist from Giddey. Giddey's got 6 assists here tonight. Now here's Bridges. 17 points for him last game against New York.
In total command of the offense. The passing was insane, especially when you consider how many points he put up.
And timeout called by Charles Lee. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaken out. You look at the Bulls, they're in 10th place, but it's early on, so they have time to recover. And of course, Charlotte, now 5.5 games back.
Checking out the Bulls, they've had that kind of mixed start that we've come to expect. Nothing that would indicate they're in for any kind of special season.
And, you know, perhaps with a roster move or two later on, they can start to break out of that pack.
Now here's Miller. He's got 9. Nails it from beyond the arc. Miller's got 12 points.
Love the confidence from this young man. Miller's so quick off the catch.
Outside White. Giddey with it. 9 points in the game. Outside Herder.
2 minutes remaining in the half.
Pass to Buzelis. Jacks up a 3. And Herder gets a 3. Herder's got 5 points now this quarter.
Looking more confident offensively. I think he's starting to find a groove.
.149 left in the first half. And here's Miller. Bridges outside. Now here's Ball. Plumlee, a screen on Herder. Ball passes to Plumlee. Yes, sir, and it's Ball with the assist that time. He's got 10.
He got off to a slow start. It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but he's turned it on here in the second.
1:27 left in the second quarter. Outside White. Plumlee against Vucevic. Back to White. Spins. Fires from deep. Ball with the rebound. Hornets trail by 4. And 1:01 left in the second. Pass to Miller. Bridges outside. Shot clock at 5. Here's Ball. Beyond the arc. Ball sticks the 3.
Well, you got to love how quick Ball's shot is. Doesn't take a lot of time to get himself squared up.
.44 seconds left in the first half. Outside White. The Hornets pull it in. Plumlee's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Knipple. He's got 7. And here's Ball. Pass to Knipple. Now Miller. There's the 3. And Charlotte, another 3.
The offense is flowing through him right now. He just keeps coming.
From deep. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Hornets out in front. They're up by 2. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Welcome, everyone, to halftime. The Chicago Bulls find themselves in a good matchup here at the break. And this is totally off topic, but how did you guys feel about games on back-to-back nights?
I didn't mind back-to-back games, but what I really like were back-to-back titles.
Yeah, I know a little something about that too, Shaq. I know it's pretty sweet.
Well, it sure is nice to see you guys agreeing about something for a change. So now, looking at Charlotte, they got themselves in a close battle.
They're clicking from outside, hard cuts to the ball, and a few bone-jarring screens. Man, they have a high quality of looks.
They've been cashing in on those. We'll see if the sharp shooting continues. Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You gotta like what we're seeing from Brandon Miller.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
The Hornets with a lead. Second half underway. Here's who Billy Donovan's got on the floor. Giddey is the 1 with White by his side at the 2. Nikola Vucevic is out there with Buzelis. And it's Herder in at the small forward position.
He was wide open. That miss clearly on him.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Taking 2 shots.
That free throw no good. He's off on the second. Chicago trailing here. Giddey scanning the floor. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one on Ball.
Yeah, what determination by Giddey inside. Taking the foul and taking his shot.
On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe. And the first one at the line is good. So he makes 1 of 2, and the second one misses. And Charlotte's shooting pretty well at 45%. And that one is stuffed right through.
Yeah, a sign of things to come, hopefully. I mean, once Miller gets going, he is capable of dominating games.
And Giddey has got the ball here for Chicago. Ball with a steal. Fast break. Here come the Hornets. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Personal foul.
You know, I love the way Ball drives with such force and speed. It puts the defense in a tough situation, and he's excellent at drawing fouls.
And that one falls for Ball.
You know, you come up with a list of all of the creative players in the league, and, you know, you've got to have LaMelo Ball on that list somewhere near the top. You know, he gives you head-turning passes at least a couple of times a game.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. About a minute played here in the second half. Now White. And there's the call on LaMelo Ball. That's his fourth foul of the contest.
And with plenty of time left, that's his fourth foul. He needs to stay cognizant of that moving forward.
Sexton's checked in for LaMelo Ball. Now here's Giddey. Clock at 6. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That's on Colin Sexton.
I like seeing Giddey challenge defenses like this, making them compromise in the process.
That free throw good from Giddey. Both free throws good from Giddey. And here's Charlotte now. 3-point lead. They'll be hosting Toronto for their next one. It's game 3 of a trifecta at home. Sexton, that's good.
I love that hoop from Colin Sexton. Don't settle, young man.
Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. It's Giddey on the wing. Checked by Sexton. And it's Giddey missing. Hornets leading by 5. Here's Knippel. 7 points in the game. Here's Plumlee. Nails it. He's now 6 for 8 from the floor.
A nice start to the third. 3 out of 4 and looking good doing it.
Outside White. Pass to Giddey. Vucevic, a screen on Sexton. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. The shot by Buzel is no good. For Charlotte, they've gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Here's Knippel. Buzelis grabs the board. Buzelis has got 4 rebounds now. Here's White. From Pete Giddey. And they'll get another chance. Goes back up. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Man, he had us jumping in the booth. What a fake from White.
He's made 3 of 4 free throw attempts in this game.
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
First one falls for him. White hits them both. Hornets leading by 5. Pass to Knipple. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Outside Sexton. Bridges right side. Plumlee. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Plumlee's got 4 points this quarter. The Bulls trail by 7. Left side Giddey. Herder against Miller. Herder passes to White. And the layup is good off the glass. White's got 13.
And that's got to be a relief. Finally getting something to go here in the second half.
Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Here's Knipple. 7 points in the game. To the paint. From 7 feet away. And there's Bridges. That's good. On the assist from Knipple. Knipple's got assist number 5 here tonight. And White has got the ball here for Chicago. Pass to Buzelis from outside the arc. Plumlee pulls down the board. Plumlee's got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
The Bulls trail by 9. Outside Herder. Now Giddey. Outside White. Back to Giddey. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Got it. And it's an 11-point Charlotte lead.
It's never easy trying to stop Sexton. I love watching him bounce off the defense and finish in style.
For Chicago, they've gone only 1 for 6 here in the second half. To the middle. Here's Vucevic. And Vucevic slams it in.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Hornets.
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball.
How great have they been? I mean, shooting the ball from outside the arc, they have absolutely been lights out.
The free throw is off from Plumlee. Bulls trail by 11. Herder passes to Giddey. And the bucket counts, and he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play.
First personal foul. 15 foul.
This will make 4 trips to the line so far in this game.
Josh Giddey, shooting 1.
And the free throw, no good. Hornets leading by 9. Down low. Here's Knipple. Finished off the break. Knipple's got 9.
They're playing great team basketball. It's good movement and sharp, crisp passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Giddey with it. He's got 14. Left side Herder. Back to Giddey. 6 on the shot clock. For 3. The Hornets pull it in. Plumlee's got his 16th rebound on the night.
The perimeter game has failed him thus far. Hit one from range in the first half, but nothing since.
On the wing, Sexton. From downtown, it's hauled in by the Bulls. Vucevic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. White, the pass to Giddey. The three is up. Hits the three-pointer. Giddey's got 8 points here in the quarter.
Like, sometimes the threes can really boost your confidence, and I'm sure it'll do just that for Giddey.
And timeout called by Charles Lee. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy.
They just committed too many fouls. While you don't want to give up easy looks, you also don't want to give away points. It's been a non-stop parade to the free throw line.
Okoro is checked in for Chicago. Bridges passes to Sexton. Out to Bridges from the arc. Knocks down the long J. 10 points for him.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Now here's Herder. He has 7. Okoro outside. The three is up. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Miller. He's got 17. Pass to Bridges. Outside Sexton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry. Drills it from deep. Miller's got 20 points.
Answer 3 right there. Miller returning the favor.
And here's Herder. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. Outside White. Over Knipple. Plumlee pulls down the board.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Well, Grant, a wrist injury hampered Brandon Miller in year 2. Good to have him back in action, though.
Yeah, the number 2 pick in 2023. I mean, the future is still bright for Miller. And he'll have every opportunity to fulfill his immense potential.
And he knocks down the first one. Looking at the young forward, Brandon Miller. Just how high is this kid's ceiling, Clark?
I think he's got all-star potential. I mean, he's a multifaceted scorer, a really solid rebounder at the wing position, and a good passer. Just a good all-around player who I think is only going to get better and better as time goes on.
Both good from the line that time.
Yeah, with the size and versatility Miller brings to the table, he's a tough cover for just about anyone.
Okoro outside. White on the wing. With the floater. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. He shot 5 of 6 at the foul line. So both teams changing it up here.
Kobe White at the line for 1.
That's good from White. Now Miller. He's got 22. Pass to Diabate. Outside man. Outside Sexton. Charlotte, no good that time either. Bulls trail by 10. Left side Herder. Here's Okoro. And down it goes. 2 points. Okoro's got 5 points in the quarter.
You have to be accurate there. Very little room for error passing on the interior.
And timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. And now let's take a look at the most efficient shooting guards in the league this year. Second, Colin Sexton.
I mean, just a terrific group. All of these players are in danger of getting red hot from outside at any given moment.
And not only can they light it up from the perimeter, but they get their buckets getting to the rim as well. I mean, aggressive moves to the basket are always going to help your shooting percentage. You got to get some easy ones to shoot a high percentage.
Over to the wing. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Bridges against Williams. Here's Diabate. Chicago with a rebound. Vucevic has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Inside. And Williams gets the bucket on the assist by White. Williams has got 5 now.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense. That's a gimme right there. That's exactly what you want.
Bulls trail by 8. Now here's White. He's got 16. Here's Vucevic. Vucevic draws the double. Clock at 6. Pass to White. Herder from long range. Diabate grabs the board.
And the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
And they're 3rd best in the league at scoring off turnovers. They play a gambling style that at times can overwhelm teams.
And you got to avoid fouling this team. It's really that simple. They are the top team in the league in terms of free throw percentage because they don't want to waste any chances to cash in from the line. And he drops the first.
You know, what you like about Miller is that he doesn't leave opportunities out there hanging. I mean, he's a solid all-around player.
Peterson, he's checked in for Bridges. Then for Chicago, Smith, he's checked in for Vucevic. Dosunmu comes in for Herder. And it's Josh Giddey in for White. Miller hits them both. We've got 1:55 left in the 3rd. Giddey finds Smith. Dosunmu outside. Pick by Smith. Shot is up. And there's another one for the Bulls.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Pass to Diabate. To the left side wing. The 3 from Sexton. He drops it from range. Sexton's got 7 points here in the quarter.
He's taking what he can get here as a 3 in each half.
Smith outside. Outside, Williams. Back to Smith. Okoro outside. Pass to Giddey. The rebound by Mann.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And so here is Chicago. After the basket by Charlotte. Smith left side. 36 seconds left in the third quarter. And he can't get that one. Hornets leading by 13. Here's man. Giddey with a defensive effort. The Bulls shooting about 47% in the third. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. That's a flagrant 1 foul.
You know, it's just hard to watch a player put the well-being of an opponent at risk. He rightfully earned that flagrant.
Yeah, the officials are all over that one, sending a clear message that that kind of roughness is unacceptable. No good on the free throw.
You know, it's been a bad day for them at the line today as a whole, and far too often that's the case for this team.
And he ends up missing both free throws. Salon, he's checked in for Charlotte. There's 21 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside Giddey. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line. And that sends Josh Giddey to the free throw line. That one on man. This will make 5 trips to the line for him tonight.
1 shot.
And so it's the Charlotte Hornets earning this break in the action, up 10. Looking to run whenever they can. That's part of why they lead. Back to the game after this break. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Trey Mann out there with ball. Then there's Colin Sexton, and it's Peterson in at the 4 spot. That's the Hornets 5.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
That one goes. Count it.
Good work between the teammates that time, leading him perfectly.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Outside man. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. And a quick look at how the Chicago Bulls schedule is shaping up. On Saturday, they'll face off against Pascal Siakam and the Indiana Pacers. And then on Monday, they'll go up against Franz Wagner and the Orlando Magic.
Some might look at this schedule and already mark off how many wins they'll get, but I think that's a mistake. You can never take a night off in the NBA. Even the ones you think will be easy are tough. Defensively, gotta close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
And there's a pick. He shoots it. Off the left rim and out.
Can't blame him. Just trying to take what the defense allows.
And that one good. Man's got 5 points in the quarter.
There you see Man with some of that burst, getting to the spot he wanted to get to.
Here's Giddey. Dosunmu outside. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Now here's Sexton. Here's Diabate. Again, Charlotte.
Most any coach loves points coming off assists.
Bulls trail by 12. Giddey with it. Pass to Williams. DeSumo outside. They set the screen.
Hornets foul. Trey Young, second personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Bulls, Ayo DeSumo. 2 shots.
First one falls, and Charlotte making a change here. Plumlee's checked in. Buzelis is checked in for Chicago. And he can't hit the second. Hornets leading by 11. Ball right side. There's the triple. And it's DeSumo with the rebound.
Well, in most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
Ball against Giddey. And there's the call on LaMelo Ball. That'll be foul number 5 on him.
That's really a tough call. One you don't like to see, but it was called, and now he's got to really make sure that he's on top of his game here in regards to not picking up another foul. That was his 5th right there.
Salon, he's checked in for Charlotte. Now here's Giddey. 5 on the clock. There's the screen. Pass to Buzelis. The 3 ball. It's rebounded by Salon. Salon, he's got 4 rebounds in the game. Outside Sexton. And he drives in. And the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot 2.
At the line for Charlotte, Salon. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. That one falls, so he hits both of them. The Bulls trail by 13. DeSumo, the pass to Williams. Driving inside. The 3 from Okoro. It's rebounded by Salon. Salon, he's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Sexton. High post Plumlee. Gets it to go. He's now 9 for 11 on the night.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Chicago's gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. DeSumo outside. And it's stolen by Plumlee. the law. Outside Sexton. Here's Plumlee. Shot clock at 6. And that one falls. Now 10 for 12 with that make.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
And no let-up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
Now here's Dosunmu. There's a screen. Lays it up and banks it in. Dosunmu's got 6 here in the quarter.
Terrific design and execution, leading to an opportunity right at the rim.
And so it's Sexton who brings up the ball for Charlotte. They've given up just 8 points in the 4th. Here's man. Again, Charlotte.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
Here's Giddey. Dosunmu outside. Back to Giddey. Chicago passing it around. Pass to Williams. 5 to shoot. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Charlotte now. They're on a 12-3 run. Here's Peterson. Fires the 3. Can't hit that one.
I've been in this position. Your team is up. You want to drive in the dagger. He may be a little overeager.
Outside Giddey. They set a pick. The 3. Here's Buzelis. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
And as we're starting to see more of Buzelis, his coaches want more of that. Just impacting the glass.
Hornets leading by 15. Here's Plumlee. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
He almost brought the basket down on top of himself.
Oh, there's hang time, and then there's a time to hang.
Well, you got to make that moment last. Enjoy it for as long as you can.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle.
Now coming to the floor, your live hip-hop crew.
Changes for Charlotte. Miles Bridges checked in for Salon. Miller comes in for Peterson. And Knippel subbed in for Mann. Then for Chicago, Vucevic, he's checked in for Williams. Herder comes in for Okoro. And it's Kobe White in for Dosunmu. And so here is Chicago. 17-point game. Vucevic gets the bucket.
Yeah, you know, one of the best parts of Nikola Vucevic's game is his great body, excellent hands, and the high motor makes him an outstanding rebounder.
Miller outside. Plumlee, a screen on Herder. The drive by Miller. Back to Plumlee, and out of bounds. It'll be Chicago ball. The Bulls trail by 15. Outside Giddey. It's Herder on the wing. Back to Giddey. Pass to Buzelis. Misses the three.
You wonder where was the defense that time, but they got lucky.
And the quickness is unmatched. Tough for defenders to check Sexton. I mean, he just draws the contact. Right there.
At the line for your Hornets, Sexton. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. That misses, so he splits the free throws. For Chicago, they've gotten 5 of 12 shot attempts to go so far in the fourth quarter. To the inside, Vucevic, and a nice finish on the layup. 14 points for Nikola Vucevic.
When you get looks from there, you're doing a lot right.
Charlotte leading by 14. Here's Knipple. Pass to Sexton. Bridges, a screen on Giddey. Miller outside. Shot clock at 5. Now here's Plumlee. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. Plumlee's got 8 points here in the quarter.
Throughout this second half, they've achieved excellent efficiency on the offensive end.
Yeah, they're in a nice zone right now, and that basket looks, you know, it can handle 2 balls at once. It looks like now it could probably, for them, handle 3 or 4 balls at once as well as they're shooting.
Here's Vucevic. After the basket by Charlotte. And here's Sexton. Pass to Plumlee. Chicago with a rebound. Giddey's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's White. Here's Buzelis. He's guarded by Bridges. From deep, Giddey. The Hornets pull it in.
They'd love to get more help from him offensively right now.
Pass to Knipple. Now Bridges. And here's Miller. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Herder. The Bulls trail by 16. Now here's Giddey. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
He's simply just willing himself to the line here.
At the line for the Bulls, Josh Giddey, 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. LaMelo Ball, he's checked in for Sexton. Both free throws good from Giddey. Charlotte leading by 14. Here's Knipple. Pass to Ball. Over Giddey. And Ball gets it to go. And the Hornets lead by 16.
Deadly in the pick and roll. LaMelo Ball can do anything out of that particular set. This time calling his own number.
Herder outside. White.
Well, I think White was using his quickness there, and the defense just wasn't ready for him.
Shooting for Chicago, Kobe White, taking 2 shots.
And he makes a first. White hits them both. Here's Knipple. And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Charles Lee said to the team. He encouraged them to keep on the pressure, saying, you guys are forcing a lot of turnovers, and it's because you're communicating and working together as a unit. Keep it up. Defense is clearly a priority.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Outside Bridges. Here's Miller. Plumlee a screen. From downtown. Booyah! He sinks the triple.
This is what was envisioned when Miller went second overall in the draft. A game where he simply dominates on the offensive end.
Now here's Giddey. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
That's a costly error. Now let's see how they bounce back.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Charlotte leading by 17. Ball outside. Bridges a screen on Giddey. Miller outside.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
And rejected. And so the ball out of bounds. Herder touched it last. And we have to take another look at that block.
That's exactly what a team needs when they're playing from behind. Energetic defense.
Four on the clock. Oh, he missed the jumper. The Bulls trail by 17. White with a screen on Miller. White outside. Giddey up top. White outside. Puts it up from 17. Down goes the jumper.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Hornets.
And it was dueling three-pointers all night. A battle they won.
Both teams had the same plan. Win the game on the perimeter. So fun to watch.
And it's a performance that will signify their 5th win of the year.
The chess match between these coaches just getting started. They face off 3 times, so we'll see how they both adjust when they meet later in the year against the Bulls.
And Grant, many of the newer rules have helped unlock offenses. Any need to help out the defense?
You know, I think the rules are fine, B.A. It's just about allowing defenders to do their job and limiting the cheap foul calls so they can stay on the floor.
That's good from Plumlee. So both teams making some changes here. No good on the second free throw. And it's Jones with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. Dosunmu outside. Now it's Jones. Here's Smith. It's blocked. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth. Now here's Plumlee. Now James. Takes a three. Can't get it to go. Now here's Dosunmu. Defense right on him. And there's the rejection. Outside man. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. All right, so chalk this win up as both one for the regular season and their first victory in group play for the NBA Cup.
Yeah, and sadly, this first win comes after 3 losses in group phase play. So I don't think they'll be surviving in the tournament. But hey, at least they didn't get totally shut out.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching the NBA, brought to you by 2K Sports. And time now to introduce our player of the game, Mason Plumlee.